Good morning. Jane, it's Stitchy Witchy Wednesday.
It is. It's Wednesday again.
It is indeed.
And a new month.
I know, November.
It's now November.
When did that happen? When did that happen?
It's just gone flying by.
It's insane. I also don't think we've gone live on Facebook. That's no fun at all. So let's go live now. Let's press the button, shall we? Hopefully, Facebook, as you can see, is now. It didn't do its thing automatically for me. That's unhelpful, isn't it? There we are. It says live. There's a little red rectangle, so that's always a good sign.
Always helpful. We love technology here.
It's our favourite thing. Jane and I have been left to our own devices because it's half term and Natasha's spending some time with their children, which is great. But it also means that we are responsible for all the things.
Yes.
Which is never a problem, of course. But good morning. Welcome to Natasha Makes. She doesn't make today. My name's Gemma Pinfield-Thomas. For those of you who've not been on our show before, good morning, welcome. This here is our Stitchy Witch, Jane Alcock.
Good morning.
There we go, see? So, no Natasha.
No.
Lots of bargains and beautiful new fabrics, however.
Exciting new fabric.
Yep. Also, a fabulous make.
Yes.
Yeah.
A nice quick one, which this lovely new fabric might lend itself to nicely.
It really will.
It would.
And keep your pen and paper at hand, actually, because if you do like the new Tula fabrics, we'll be telling you some planes that go rather well with them.
Yes.
So that would be able to then potentially be, shenanigated into this.
Absolutely.
I know, it's all very exciting.
Yes.
Here we go. Don't give Natasha a heart attack with 30% discounts on her own stock. So funny yesterday, you two. I think the point at which I discounted something by 50%, she had a little heart attack. Am I not wearing a mic? I am wearing a mic. Our sound, perhaps isn't so good on my mic. I'd have to shout into your chest, Jane.
I should get closer to you.
I am on.
You are on.
I am on. Jane, aren't I? And it's on over there and everything. Our sound engineer's not here this morning.
No.
On account of the fact he's gone off with Natasha for the day as well.
Yeah.
How rude.
Left on our own.
Right.
And fine. Tech is not our thing.
Pat's with us. She says good morning to you all. And Di and Claire, they're with us as well. Claire Angelina, as we said earlier, is with us too.
Lovely.
Over on YouTube, let's just check everyone can see and hear. Yep. We're there. We're doing our thing.
Cool.
Just give it a little refresh because it takes a little while to come through. But yes, we have a packed show for you today.
Yeah,
packed.
Lots of exciting things.
We do. Jane, I'm going to go into overhead and let you show some of the fabulous things we've got.
Right.
But before we do that, just to let you guys know, the Pay It Forward initiative, I think you all know that it sort of ran its course. We've got other things we want to do. Yes. We'll occasionally bring a project through if someone comes up with an idea and we think it will work. But we have got some Pay It Forward kits that are still left over. So I've popped a little extra 10% discount on those today. Now, they were already crazy low price because it weren't really a money-making thing for us at all. It was an opportunity to give back.
Yeah, to share and for you to give to your local community or an excuse to sew with a beginner and
so
make some nice things.
Joy, whether it brings joy for yourself if you're feeling a little sewing slump, or whether it was to help teach someone else to sew or just put a smile on someone's face. That was the idea of the initiative. And obviously we have charitable things in there as well. So
yes.
Somewhere makes for charities. But the leftover ones are on the website. Grab them while you can because they'll be gone. Also, yesterday was the final day to buy the Natasha Makes Advent calendar, but I have not had a chance to take it down yet. So if you are very, very, very quick, you might still manage to get one. SJ will be listening to this and go, oh, I can take that down for you, Gemma. Let's do it after the show, SJ.
Yeah, that's fair. That's nice.
Let's give everyone a fair chance. 12
you don't want to miss out because they're rather lovely, the Advent calendars.
They are. And the elves will be busy packing them, so we just can't. We've just got to
we've got to stop.
And finish it off now.
Yeah.
Oh, bless, Vicky's with us as well. She says, I'm joining to listen whilst I'm still full of the lurgy. She sounded revolting.
Oh, she had the lurgy that we've all had.
I think possibly. Her mum's been to see her and brought a lurgy with her.
Oh, that was
on the
kind
plane.
of her.
Yeah. Caught it on the plane, I think.
Oh, feel better soon, Vicky. There's nothing worse.
Jimmy's with us as well, so good evening to you, Jimmy.
Evening, Jimmy.
Yeah. Karen's with us as well. Karen. These lovely fabrics today.
Mm-hmm.
saying
I think
nothing.
she's been tempted already.
I reckon she will have been. Lynn says, good morning, Gemma and Jane and all the lovely ladies. Well, good to see you all.
Yes.
It's great. Yeah, there's... Oh, bless you, Michelle. Good morning all. Wet and windy here in Hampshire. Got a cuppa and looking forward to spending the morning with Gem and Jane.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
Lovely.
We've got a nice, bright, sunny day, actually. It's a very nice, crisp autumnal morning
here. It is. It's beautiful. And we've got lovely views outside the studio now. Didn't used to have them.
No.
No, but we do now.
Lots of autumnal colours out there this morning.
Absolutely. Iona's with us over on YouTube, says, morning, Jane and Gemma. Good to have you with us. Jane, I am going to go to overhead.
Right, are we doing this?
A look, yes. First
fabulous little bundle here.
Yes, now our crafty bling that we have.
This is a great little bundle for Christmas.
I think most people know that when we bring things to wear, each element is worth a fair old whack of money, but then we put a bundle together and we'll make a discount on it. So this was a $9.99. Yes, please. This was a $9.99 bundle, and at that it was a steal. However, for whatever reason, we've loaded these.
It's going to wreck this bag.
There were more than we thought of these, so we have popped an extra discount on it. There are a handful. Grab them whilst you can, because look!
There's some beautiful blingy stuff in here.
I know.
And these little gift boxes, which will be ideal for putting little favours, little chocolates, little gifts on your Christmas table. They just come together really nicely. Just push the ends in.
So
make a little treat in there.
A special buy bundle at $9.99, but I've taken an extra 25% off today because Natasha's not here, so why not? So those are $7.49.
Sorry, being very rattly now.
Oh, that's all right.
Putting that back in. Got it stuck on the bow. There we go. I don't want to mess it up too much for the person that may purchase it. Look at these lovely diamante hearts. Some diamante little sort of flowers there. And we've got some sew on or stick on, all different shapes. And they've got what you call it something because you know about Aurora Borealis, because they're like lots, there's multicolours in there. They like rainbows through those.
It's like the Northern Lights, so you get that shimmer through them.
And then some square ones as well, and they're just crystal. They're really pretty. They can be sewn on. You've got loads in there. I think there's 50 in each bag, and then you've got some more of the pins.
Who works in the beauty industry, Jane, these hairpins on their own would go for more than $7.49.
Wow.
They are lovely. And when I was getting married, I bought pins similar to that. They cost me an absolute fortune.
And there's 10 in here of these gems. Mm-hmm. And they're like, there's a gem there, and it's like a scroll with lots of diamantes on it.
So if you're a card maker, a scrapbooker, just a general lover of sparkly things, maybe you're making Christmas crackers, you want to pop these on and have a little embellishment on them, you can't go far wrong with these.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
The only thing is we haven't got many.
No, there's only a few there.
We haven't at all, yes. Karen says, I've already seen Gemma. I know. I wasn't going to push you under the bus, my dear. I know you've been looking. Lynn says, hi, Ginny. So this is all nice.
Those lovely roses, aren't they pretty?
They're so nice, aren't they? Miss Emily's had a good old stash of these
she had.
things.
Do you remember the day that she just put everything in her hair? That was so funny, but she did look lovely.
And the great thing is, you know, that means you can't go far wrong getting this and pleasing a small person who likes a bit of sparkle.
I will put those in a new envelope. Now I've destroyed that one.
That's all right. You can sort that out. Joe's just got back from a haircut. Oh, fabulous. Gosh, that was an early one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey? I do love going to hairdressers. It's one of my favourite things.
Something very relaxing about it, isn't there? Having your hair done.
Some people who just don't want to sit in the chair and get a bit fidgety. Not me. I'd happily go to hairdressers all the time.
Yeah, nice.
Lo said, morning, working and watching. Meant to put a note on my order. No purple, please. All right. We'll do our best.
Okay.
Which actually brings me to say...
What does that refer to?
Well, I don't know.
We'll look at her order when it comes through.
If it's a scrap bag, though, there'll be...
Well, I'm sorry, you can't do much about scrap bags.
No, we can't really have a look. Yes, so we are catching up on the orders. We really are. And you'll get notifications through on emails saying, your order's on its way, your order's on its way. The most recent orders, I can't print them yet because their printer is misbehaving today.
Didn't like being moved,
No.
and it's throwing a strop.
It got moved yesterday and behaved beautifully while the engineer was here, but this morning it's a bit cross.
Yeah, it's always typical, isn't it? The person that knows how it works properly and how everything works, should anything goes wrong, worked fine for him.
So I can't
This morning,
Yeah.
doesn't like
No,
us.
it doesn't. I can't amend the order sheet at the moment, Lo, to say that. Just send me a private message to remind me, and I shall write on a big piece of paper that goes next to the printer.
Yeah.
Change Lo's order, because if it's not a scrap bag, then we will.
Yes, of
If it is a
course we
scrap bag,
will.
it's probably sealed.
We will do anything in our powers to make the order right for you, Lo.
We will. We always will. As best we can.
Yes, we do. We always do. If
We
you
do.
put a note on your order, we'll always try and help.
So true. Jane, today's fabrics then that are floating behind us, there's one missing here because our supplier have got to send it separately. It will be here in the next couple of days, so it doesn't impact you guys at all. Just means we can't show it to you. This is the new Tula Pink collection called Besties. And
So cute.
we know Tula, she is vibrant and fabulous and
Yes.
wonderful in so many ways.
A little bit quirky,
Yeah.
but we like that.
And combines different styles to create something that's like modern, but at the same time has traditional elements to it, like
Yeah.
the scrolls and, it's beautiful. She's always said she wouldn't do a collection about pets because she said it's too personal and too
Yes,
fabulous, that relationship, and how do you capture it on fabric? And
Excuse
then she
me,
has.
sorry, I got something in my eye.
That's all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So yes, she's done it. She's done it, by Jove, she's done it. These fabrics are all available right now by the half metre on the website. We have, however, got some going up as half metre heavens tonight at midnight. If you've not bought our half metre heavens before, there are half metre of designer fabric, a half metre of a complimentary plain for a bargain price of $9.99. Like I say, these aren't available till midnight. They're the only thing we'll show you that isn't. So I'm going to go overhead, we'll have a look. Jane will show you the fabrics. The first two we've got are Tildas, just because we love them.
Yeah, well, we found the last little bit on the bolt, so we've given them as half metre heavens.
Exactly. So if you've been buying the hibernation fabrics, you might want to keep your eyes peeled for these. And the rest are going to be those new Tula fabrics. So you'll be able to see the fabrics that are available cut to order today. And if you're clever, you'll pop a little note down as to which plain goes really well with them. And then you can get an idea, if you did want to make today's quilt, of what you'll need to purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could make a really zingy quilt. I mean, this
you
pattern behind us is so versatile. You could use it with children's fabrics, bright fabrics, all sorts of different things. It would look lovely.
Very exciting.
Yeah, you could have fun with that.
You can.
So the first one is a Tilda. This is Autumn Bloom Sage, and we have put it with our bright pink, which just lifts these little harebell type flowers along there. As I say, there's just a couple of those because it is the end of the bolt, and once it's gone, it's gone. So
Such a great choice with that, isn't it?
fastest fingers first on that one. And this is the Sleepy Bird in Pecan. I love this. He's all snuggled up in the branches. And I love the toadstools on there. And we've put that with our duck egg, which just works really nicely with the blue on the wings of the bird, and there's some little toadstools here as well that are that blue.
Beautiful.
So that really lovely combination of that duck egg with the pecan background colour. And we've got a limited number of those. That is, again, the last of it. It's been very popular, this collection. It didn't hang around. Right, are you ready?
Here it is.
I love this.
These are beautiful.
This is, I have to remember what they're called because they only came in yesterday.
This is Treading Water.
Treading Water,
Fortunately.
goldfish. I'm going to move these this side so that you can
Fortunately,
see.
I know them, Jane. So
Yes,
we're
you
all
do.
right.
I'm sure you know them off by heart
Well,
and inside out.
I've loaded them. So this is Treading Water. Now we have it in two colourways. This one here is Blossom.
Let's see if we can find the... Yeah, there's the Clover, which is the other colourway. Look at that. That's the other colourway. Do you know what I love about these? metallic on them.
Stunning, isn't it?
She doesn't usually use metallics,
Nope.
does she? But there's goldfish in the background. And then he's got his little treasure chest, and there's a few little gold coins in there as well. It's a beautiful scroll. And there's scallop shells and whelk shells, snail shells, just tucked amongst the scroll. She's really clever with her designs.
She
Just
really
love
is.
it. And we've put this one, which is the Blossom colourway, the pink, with this lovely colour on the back, tealy colour on the background. We put that with our azalea.
Looks
Just
great.
works beautifully with this pink running through here.
I love the treasure chest as well.
It's just gorgeous. You could have such fun fussy cutting this fabric.
You really could.
You could. You
could
could.
indeed. So that is the treading water in Blossom.
With our azalea.
Yep. And then
And
treading water in Clover.
Which is this
Is this
lovely
one?
blue with a sort of chartreusey type green, I would say, on the back. And we've put that with our chambray, because look how that goes so beautifully with the blue in there.
It really does. Remember, these fabrics, if you want to purchase them by the half metre, they're available now. So if you want to buy several metres to make yourself a frock,
Karen.
then they are there, you can get them. Alternatively, today's make takes a metre of your feature prints and a metre each of your other two fabrics. So, yeah.
So that's
Grab a
treading
metre.
water there. That's beautiful.
Grab some
Goldfish.
coordinating plain.
Now this one I think is my favourite.
Oh, this is hop
Because I
to
do
it.
love a bunny.
See, I love the
Let's
fish.
just hop to
We're all
it.
going to have a different favourite.
We've got a little bit of metallic on here as well, some stars, because he's in the moonlight. Look, there's a lovely moon there. We've put that with that. Is that with our sunshine, or is it
I think it's corn yellow.
corn yellow?
Yeah.
Yes, corn yellow.
So this is
This
hop-
one is
Yeah.
blossom as well, isn't
It
it? The
is.
pink colourway is called blossom.
Some, yeah.
Some of
mostly.
them. But this corn yellow, look, just matches his ears. Just this little bit of yellow in his ears. It's just lovely. I do love a bunny. And we have that in the, let me find it. We've got the blue colourway of it, which isn't blue, of course. It's called Midnight. No, it's not. It's called Bluebell. There we go. That's the pink colourway with our corn yellow. And then we've got Hop to It here in Bluebell, which I think this actually is my favourite colourway. Just turn that over so you don't see the label.
Doesn't look
Now,
so nice, does
this
it?
is the beginning of the bolt, so whoever gets this gets a little bit of extra there.
Yeah.
It's not quite
Yeah.
straight on the bolt. And we put that with our Midnight because that just goes beautifully with the background colour
Really does.
and actually makes the little green bunny pop.
It does. And you've got the beautiful metallic again through.
Yes,
all
the stars. I love this moon. It's got like a leaf pattern on it, and he's sitting amongst sort of like a wreath of flowers and foliage.
There's such a combination of styles in Tula's fabrics. Because the
Oops.
bunnies, they're really realistic bunnies.
Yes, they are.
But
She's a very artistic person.
fabulous, vibrant colours.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Then you get your sort of florals that I think are quite folk arty. You've got floral elements in a lot of them that sort of kind of folk
yeah,
art.
like folk art.
Yeah, and then scrolls and really traditional looking bits and
Are
bobs.
you ready for this
I am ready.
cuteness overload?
I am ready.
This is Chubby Cheeks. I just love it. It's hamsters.
This is Chubby Cheeks in Buttercup.
And this is our Buttercup
It is.
plain, which just matches these little flowers beautifully. I think we need to go close up on this because you don't actually
Of course we can.
get the whole effect of that lovely hamster. Can you see him?
Look
I
at
have to
him.
stand back a bit. Let you see that. Look at his
He's
little
so
face.
cute.
He's so cute.
It's not very often you get a hamster on something as well.
No,
so
wouldn't- There'll
children,
be a lot of
grandchildren.
children out there and
Yeah.
grown-ups that have got hamsters.
There will.
My brother-in-law used to have a hamster. I don't think he's got them anymore. I think they went to the big hamster wheel in the sky. But we've got that in Clover as well, which is the green and blue colourway. Look, that's lovely.
And I love
And
the
this is-
spearminty colour.
Yeah, well, we've put that with our spearmint, haven't we?
Yeah.
Which blends in beautifully. This would make a really fun shirt.
It really would. If you're loving this, this is the Chubby Cheeks in Clover. Make a great shirt.
Wouldn't it? Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily notice that were hamsters on it until you got up close.
That's what I love about some of Tula's designs is you sort of look at it and just see it as an overall print, and you get closer and there it is. There's another one of those coming up actually.
This is for the cat lovers among us.
This one you can see those cats a mile off. There they are.
This is called Sitting Pretty.
So for you, Natasha, and all the other self-confessed crazy cat
ladies, yeah. And we've put that with our jade. Isn't that lovely?
Really fabulous. This is Sitting Pretty.
It doesn't,
in Meadow.
On our monitor, it doesn't show the vibrancy of the fabrics. And I hope they're coming across on yours, because they are beautiful. Little bit clashy, aren't they, with Tula, but not in a...
That's the beauty of it.
A lovely clashy way. Yeah. I like the clashiness of her fabrics, her colour choices. We've got Sitting Pretty. Have we got Sitting Pretty in?
Yes.
Yes, there it is, in the pink colourway.
In Blossom.
Blossom. And that we've teamed that with our fuchsia. This is such a fabric. I love the fact that the cats are like unusual colours. I like the pink tabby cat.
Yeah. There's nothing better for a really vibrant bag than a bit of Tula.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do makeup bags or tote bags or beach bags, or they're just
really good fun. Yeah. And there's I think that's the element of fun in Tula's makes her fabric so lovely.
And if you are a dressmaker, Karen makes the most stunning dresses.
Yes. Puppy dog eyes is this called?
This one is, puppy dog eyes.
Look at that. This is really clever, how she's used the fire hydrant to then do sprays of flowers around the little cameo of the dogs. And you've got a poodle, a rottie, a retriever, Frenchie, little Chihuahua, Dalmatian. And there's a
greyhound.
It's like a greyhound on the... There he is. On there.
He was on the fold as well.
Yeah. You get a full selection of repeat of all the dogs that are on there. We've put that with our, is it red or crimson?
Or is it cardinal?
Is it cardinal? Let's have a look at the label. Cardinal.
There we go.
That's one of our newer colours in our plains range.
This is
but
Puppy
that's
Dog
gorgeous.
Eyes and Blossom. And cardinal. It looks great, doesn't it?
It does. And you could have great fun fussy cutting this. If you're an EPPer, you can have really good fun with that, getting the dog's face in there. And then we've got that in the Bluebell, Puppy Dog Eyes in Bluebell.
You can just imagine these being made into dresses.
Yeah,
wow.
That'd be fabulous.
I'm sure Emily would love a frock.
Oh, with dogs, cats on, yes, because she said, hasn't she, I'm more of a cat person. That's with our teal.
She's got serious opinions, that child, but yes.
She's got a grown-up vocabulary, that's what it is.
She has.
So that's with our teal, which it's lovely. It just brings out the deeper blues and teals in this fabric, which is just really lovely. I'm using that word again.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
But they are lovely, James.
They are. And there is gold metallic in here as well, look, just along the edge of the spray from the fire hydrant and just round the edge of the cameos of the dog prints. Just very subtle, but just perfect. And then we've got, I love the name of this. I think it's fabulous.
Oh, I love it too.
This is called No Rush.
No Rush. I think we may have to go close up on the No Rush. This is the print I'm referring to, where if it was in a shirt or something, you could easily look at it, not see them, and then there they are.
Yes.
Our little tortoise friends. Should we go close up, Jane?
Yeah, it's really good fun. Really good fun.
So this particular fabric, like we say, this is No Rush in Blossom.
Can you see him?
We will also have No Rush in Bluebell, which I adore. So you'll see it on the website. We're not showing it you now because, well, the supplier forgot to put it in our parcel. So it's arriving in the next day or two. But there are 2 colourways available of this one, cut to order. By the time your order goes out, it will be here, so that's fine.
And we've put that with our bright pink, which just complements it beautifully, which is what we do. We try our best to make sure that our planes complement the colours.
Yes.
because it's not always easy when you're looking on a monitor or
Trying
on
to
your
colour
own
match.
screen to
Yeah.
colour match.
Trying
So
to colour match at the best of times is challenging, isn't it?
it is.
But on a screen, it's like paint, isn't it? You have to get the testers, you have to put them on the wall, you have to really investigate them. Natasha's done that for you. She's got a beautiful eye for colour and she's taken the effort out of it.
Yeah, so
Done.
with the Blossom colourway,
Yeah.
the planes that we've chosen are Bright Pink, Cardinal, Buttercup and Corn Yellow. And yeah, those are the 4 colours. Yeah, because we've got 2.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a different pink, isn't it?
Yes, that one's
That's
fuchsia.
our fuchsia. So those are the colours that go with those. That colour, sort of, those are nice plains. They all blend beautifully with those. And then we've gone jade, teal, chambray with the goldfish, with the spearmint with the other colourway, the bluer colourway. So yeah, you've got a nice array of colours there that will work really nicely, the plains.
But if you want to make today's quilt, Jane, you need to buy a metre of your print.
Yeah.
And then a metre each of, say, the 2 planes.
Yes.
And if for whatever reason, guys, you're not sure that the colours you've chosen are the right ones, pop it all in your basket and you can put a note on your order to say, can you please check the pink to make sure it's the best choice with my fabrics, or could you please, choose this for me? We will do that for you. Just buy another plane and pop in the notes.
We'll always help you. If you need help, don't be frightened to ask, because we will help you the best we can with any of the fabrics that you want. Look at that. I love that goldfish.
Me too.
Have I told you I love the goldfish?
I really love the goldfish.
And then we've got those beautiful tulas as well.
Yes. I can't wait to make infinity scarves out of these, Jane, because they're going to be so
vibrant, they're going to be
so
fun, aren't they?
Yeah, really fun.
Aren't they?
But today's make, Jane, is, we've said, really simple. It
Yes.
does give you the opportunity, if you've got a fabulous feature print, to showcase that.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the box. And then you've used a ditzy and a plain.
Yeah.
We've got the colourway behind you.
Yes.
As available as a kit. But you're going to demonstrate in a very slightly different colourway, aren't you? A little tweak.
We've just tweaked it slightly because we've used, what did we use, Gemma? Is it biscuit? Yes, we did. Biscuit as the plain in the one that I've made behind, because it brings out the lovely tan colour in this print of the strawberry thief. It's beautiful fabric. And again, if you wanted to, there's the opportunity for fussy cutting. I miscut my fabric, so didn't get the fussy cuts. Just,
Pay attention.
I'm going to be honest with you, I make mistakes. I was very cross with myself, but there you go, that happens. So that's kit 1.
You weren't here, were you? Taking it home and working from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we've got kit 2, which is the same strawberry thief fabric and the same blender.
Bellflowers.
Bellflowers, it's beautiful. It's a Morris & Co fabric as well, isn't it? So
are.
they're both Morris & Co fabrics.
They're both Morris & Co Buttermere, which is the latest collection that's just come out.
And then we've put it with our duck egg, which just brings out the beautiful bluey green colour that's in the background.
Now, I can't wait to see you do this, Jane, because I've got a good old feeling that soft duck egg colour is going to result in quite a different finish on this quilt.
Yes, because the biscuit's quite predominant.
Yes.
But I think the duck egg is softer, and so it will enhance the
bellflowers.
Bellflowers.
I was going to say the biscuit and the bellflowers, they tone really nicely together.
Oh, they go beautifully together. Yes.
So I think you're going to get more of a pop on your diamond shapes as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Only find out when you do it, won't we?
Yeah. It's all squares to start with.
Good-o. We like it.
I thought about this and I thought, actually, if you get your coordinating fabrics, this is quite a good layer cake make.
Oh, well, that's good to know as well.
Because this main square is just a little bit less than 10 inches. All the measurements will be in your pattern. And then we're making hourglass blocks or quarter square triangle blocks.
Jane, the size that you've made has got 13 squares, hasn't it?
Yes.
And sometimes you've got a partial layer cake because you've used it for another project.
Yeah.
So,
but you can make it bigger, you see.
Yeah, well you
You
could.
know, if you wanted to make it twice that size, you'd order 2 meters of your coordinating planes, or
Brilliant. But it's nice to know that you can use those layer cakes.
yeah. I mean,
Partial layer cakes if you wanted to.
this is a sort of quilt that you could go on forever. So you could. My pattern is 45 by 45, but you could make it bigger and bigger. So if you wanted it long and thin, you could do more rows and add them onto the bottom, or you could make it wider by adding more units onto the side of your rows.
Perfect.
Because it's such a straightforward pattern.
Or you could make bed runners,
Yeah.
table runners, all sorts out of this.
Cushions. I mean, you did
Yeah.
4 squares and you've got a cushion.
Yeah, lovely big cushion.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Beautiful. Let's go back overhead and have a little closer look at these fabrics.
So-
I have had, a comment from Cynthia.
hello, Cynthia.
Ohio, Cynthia. She says, greetings. I'm thinking today's quilt project would look lovely in Christmas fabrics and could possibly be made before Christmas. Jane,
Yes.
how long does it take to put this together?
This is a weekend make.
There we go.
A quick weekend make as well. You'd probably get the top done in a day. If you didn't cook for anybody
Amazing.
else or anything like that. Made yourself a sandwich to have later on. prepare your work space. Have your lunch ready just to grab.
So you could do several of these before Christmas.
Yeah. It would
That's
look lovely
all right.
with Christmas fabrics, wouldn't
It
it?
would.
It'd be beautiful as a throw.
Really lovely.
So,
Oh, Jane.
quarter square triangles.
I've left something on my desk.
Oh,
You hear
yes.
me? I'm like Challenge Annika.
Oh,
across the room.
talking of strawberry
Yeah,
thieves.
Now, I'm ever so sorry. I will shut up in a minute and let you
No,
get on
but
with your
let's
demo.
go in because
But
these-
I know this was your idea, so I don't feel so bad. We have a couple of bolt ends. Now, this was bought in especially for another project that we used it for. It was not... Hang on, where we are. Yeah, it was not intended for bolt ending. Natasha doesn't know I've bolt ended it. So I think we're going to half metre heaven it. But we just thought these
They're just
are lovely
slightly bigger than a
pieces.
metre, aren't they, these?
Yeah.
But if you look at these fabrics, with this fabric,
Yeah.
just saying,
So you'd need to buy a metre of this and a metre of this and one of these bolt ends if you wanted to do these kits. We've got 2 at 1 metre 5 centimetres and we've got another one here at 1 metre 12. So I have put a teensy weensy discount on these, but we've only got 3 pieces and it is easily one of the most popular Morris fabrics ever of all time. It's the mini Strawberry Thief, so it's not as big scale-wise, you'll see, as that one.
you can see the scale, the
It
difference.
also makes it fantastic for small projects. If ever you're doing a small project, I love the mini Strawberry Thief. You get loads of scope there. But yeah, it's a stunning marine colourway as well, which is always phenomenally popular. So that's it. We've not had this cut to order. I am just making you aware that those are there.
Just saying.
Just saying. Jane's idea.
Full of them, me. It's just because I'm lazy. I'm like, can we not sell them as bolt ends rather than cutting them up in half metres?
Not lazy, Jane. Far from it.
So, quarter square triangles, hourglass blocks. The formula for these are whatever size you want your finished square to be, you add 1 1/4 inches. So should your block be a 9-inch square finished, you cut your squares to start with at 10 1/4 inches.
Okie dokie.
You can cut them a little bit bigger if you wanted to. You could cut them at 10 1/2 and then trim them down, but this will give you the right size square for your square. So on the reverse, the wrong side of the print fabric, I drew a diagonal line from corner to corner. I always start in the middle because I'm working on a bias and I don't like to drag the fabric. And I think the ink's running out on this pen, so we're...
No. I was going to say, I've got a dressmaker's pencil. But
It's white. So you can
It's
see
not
that.
helpful, is it?
So all of those squares, we mark the diagonal line. We're then going to place those right sides together with your plain fabric.
Marvellous.
And we're going to sew 1/4 inch either side of that line.
Fabulous. I love a half square triangle make, Jane. And this is where we're starting.
We're starting with half square triangles, yeah.
So let's not make, let's not overcomplicate and
No,
confuse. If you are a beginner, then you'll be all right.
Yeah.
This is fine.
This is a real beginner-friendly make. If you can cut a square, you're good to go.
Yeah. And if you can't cut a square, because I know this sounds obvious, Captain Obvious here, but that was the one thing I struggled with, Jane, was cutting my fabric square when I first started.
Yes.
Cutting my strips straight.
Yeah.
Huge problems with that. That really upset me, no small amount.
Stripology's your friend.
Yeah, there we go. Just realised I've got another seam to sew, and there's me going overhead.
All right.
Yeah, Stripology changed everything for me. The Stripology XL, and it is a considered purchase, but once you've got it, and it will be your very best friend.
Oh, you'll love it.
When it comes to cutting, squares, strips, just amazing, amazing. There we go.
1/4 inch either side of that seam line, and then we're going to cut it in half along that marked line. So it doesn't matter which fabric marker you use because you're going to cut along it, so it's not going to show. So you end up with 2 triangles. We're going to press those now, and I'm going to press them so that the seam falls under the plain fabric. Now, when I do that, I always have the fabric that I want the seam to go under at the top, facing me. And then I'll give it a press just to set the seam. And I do press, especially with half square triangles, because this is a bias on your fabric now, so you don't have to be stretching it. So just fold that back and then just press that up and away from there. Nice crisp line. Don't be doing this, that will stretch your fabric. So it is literally just pressing that to give you a nice seam. Just press it to get the seam set, and then you can just use your finger just to push the seam away without stretching it, and then just sit your iron on just to press that nice and flat.
Beautiful.
Love a crisp seam. Right, so we've got 2 half square triangles now. We're going to place those right sides together, but we're going to put the plain fabric on top of the print, and the print on top of the plain, like so. And your seam will lock together. You'll be able to feel that because we've pressed the seams to the plain fabric. That seam goes that way and the one underneath goes that way.
Lovely.
And so they lock into each other. And then we're going to draw a diagonal line in the opposite diagonal from corner to corner. So you've got your seam line there, so we're doing it from the opposite diagonal line.
Great.
Oops, just move that a little bit there. And we're going to sew 1/4 inch either side of that line. So we've got, move out of the way now for a moment. So 1/4 inch either side of that marked line.
Some of you have been eagle-eyed and have spotted we've got 1/2 metre heavens of some of the buttermere. We had those, Jane, was it the week before last?
Yes.
And
there is a few left, yeah.
Well, I had a little shenanigans to see what stock we've got available, to see whether I could replicate some of those. So yes, I've reloaded some of them, and it's unlikely there'll be any more, just due to how fast this collection's selling out.
It's a very popular one.
Very, very popular.
I think the lilies in dark blue was my favourite one.
Stunning. Yeah, I think that one's gone actually to Golden Lily Navy.
Yeah, I thought it might do.
Yeah.
I was hoping there might be a skiddly bit left, but
well, if there is, Jane, it's
snooze you
got your
lose,
name
as
on
they
it.
say.
It's beautiful, very impactful. But you know, that whole collection, the fabrics that Natasha chose are absolutely spot on, because we don't have a full collection of this. She's cherry-picked
the nice ones.
And as usual, she's chosen the best ones.
Because she's good like that.
She so is.
Right, so we're going to cut this in half now, along that marked line.
Oh, there's proper fisticuffs going on here.
Oh no,
Julia says, I
out.
got beaten to the Morris bolt end at the checkout. Sorry, Julia. It is fastest finger first. And Sue Langford said, well, it's about time I've beaten one of you. The last few buys have gone while I've been checking out. All right, ladies. Handbags at dawn, this is.
Oh dear. Be nice. Play nicely, girls.
We're all friends here.
We are.
We
We're
are
only
all
teasing.
friends here.
Right, so, look at that. Ta-da. Because we've locked the seam in, we've got a beautiful
Love it.
matching point there. Really nicely. And that is all because we just took the time to press those seams to the same side on each half square triangle. And then when we put them together, they go opposite ways and it locks the seam. And of course, we can do a twiddle in the middle.
We can.
So we can unpick, for those of you who don't know, and I'm just going to use a pin here because it's only a couple of stitches.
So we can see your twiddle in the middle, because a lot of people don't know what this means.
They don't know what on earth I'm talking about.
And it's not essential, this, Jane.
No.
It's just a little Jane thing that you like to do.
Nobody's going to know.
No.
You're not going to see it. You'll know, and it will make quilting a little bit easier. So you've got your seam line that you've just done across there, and then this little bit here in the seam, there's a couple of stitches. Just unpick them.
Surplus to requirement, those, aren't they?
Yeah, just one or two. There might not even be any by the time you cut it. On both sides. And then when we open out the triangle, we can just fold one seam down and one seam up. It makes a nice little four patch in the middle where the seams join. But what it does is it reduces the bulk on this side. Yeah. So where you're quilting along in the ditch there, you've got less fabric here to go across, which makes your stitching even, because sometimes on your machine, even with your walking foot, when you get to a bulky bit, it slows down and it makes your stitches smaller. Not that that's the end of the world, because a quilted quilt is a finished quilt. It doesn't matter what the stitching looks like. We're not tending it to competition, but it just does help a little bit. So if I show you the one that I haven't done, you can see the bulk on there where we haven't flattened that seam. Compared, I haven't pressed them yet, but compared to that one, you can see it already lies flatter. So it's just a nice thing to do. It's quite satisfying to do it as well, because you do get this little four patch. Right, let's give those a press.
Absolutely.
So again, what you would do is you would press them as they are in half square triangles, like so. And then again, just lift that up, just gently with your finger, just push the seam away so that you know it's as far as it can go against that stitched line. And then just give it a press. Then we turn it over, and because we've unpicked it, we can just use the tip of the iron just to push that seam there up. And the other one will already be facing downwards because we pressed it that way. But you get that lovely little four patch in the middle. I'm just going to press that. There we go. And we can do that again on this one. Press that down, just give that a twist and press that up. There we go.
I think our pressing mat's moved a little bit, Jane. It's not really
It's
brilliantly
not
on camera,
right on camera, is it?
No.
Move it up a little bit. There we go. And you can just see, if I turn that over, you can see that little four patch in the middle.
And then it's super flat in the middle.
Yeah,
here,
it is.
which is great.
Just really less,
like you
lot
say,
less
you've
bulk.
Not got that. Yeah, not got that sort of bumpy bit that you've got to try and quilt neatly over.
No. So you make two different rows. Row 1, 3 and 5 on my quilt are the same. So you start with your printed fabric, your feature fabric on the left, and you place your 4/4 square hourglass blocks. Some people call them hourglass blocks. I know them as quarter square triangles. It's the same thing. The principle is exactly the same. And we're going to put that so that the feature print, I'm just going to turn that round so the print is the right way up, is against your square. So that goes that side. So you've got this on the left and your quarter square triangle on the right. And my battery's going.
No.
No.
No, no. I'm just trying to tech.
Gemma's trying to do tech very discreetly, and I go, "Are my batteries going?"
You've just called me out on it.
See you trying to look at stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, is she all right?"
It's all right.
And we've sewn those together in pairs now so that we've got the print on the left-hand side. And we will press those so that the seam falls underneath the print fabric. Oh, nice
Does help when it
picture
catches
of my
us up,
shoulder.
doesn't it?
Yeah. So the seam goes underneath, just because I always press to the side of least resistance. So there's no seams on this piece. So that seam will sit nice and flat.
Yeah.
So all going to that way. Now, don't get into a panic when you've sewn this on and your triangle points here and here don't come to your square.
No.
They don't want to come to the edge of the square.
Okay.
If they come to the edge of the square, you need to unpick it and resew it, because you need your 1/4 inch seam allowance here and here. I know a lot of people when they're first sewing, they think that the edge of the triangle here needs to come to the edge of the square. It doesn't. You need your seam allowance. So if you had the edge of your triangle come into the edge of the square, when you then sewed the rows together, you'd lose the point of your triangle here.
Okay.
So this bit here is seam allowance. So don't worry. Because I
We
know a
never
lot of
worry.
people, when they start, they're like, "Oh no, I've sewn that wrong."
We never worry
You
when we've
haven't.
got you to hold our hand, Jane. It's fine then.
So you're going to make, for my quilt behind me, and obviously you can make more, but make it bigger, I have done 6 pairs like this. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. 6 pairs like this. Sorry. 6 pairs like that. Do
Okay.
all of those together.
It's all in the instructions, everyone.
It is. I knew what I was doing when I wrote the instructions, even though it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing now.
No, she's been asleep since then.
And then, with the others, not all of them, because you'll still have some left, we're going to put the 1/4 square triangle on the left and our fabric square on the right, and we're going to have the plain fabric against the square. And these will be rows 2 and 4. So again, just line those up and sew 1/4 inch seam.
Oh, I can see those sneaky advent calendar orders appearing. It really, really is your last chance. We should have taken those down at midnight last night. I've had many, many things to do, so haven't. So 12 noon today is the cut-off. Please do not ask us after that.
Yeah.
Get your order in now.
So again, I will press that towards the plain fabric. So you're going to have 4 pairs of that one. So you then, so let's put that to one side. This is row 2 and 4. Let's put that to one side for a moment. We then sew 2 pairs together to make 4 squares. So we'll join those pairs to there. Now I always sew my squares together in pairs, and then the pairs into 4s, and then the 4s into 8s, just because that helps to keep your row straight. The weight of the fabric, if you try to sew a square onto a square onto a square onto a square, eventually the weight of the fabric will drag it and it can make the row bow.
Okay.
So there is a reason, there is a method for doing this.
Yeah.
There's method in my madness, as they say.
Although we're happy to blindly trust Jane, it's really nice when you do tell us these things.
I think sometimes people need to know why, because they might look at that and think, well, why don't you just sew the squares together in a row? So, and again, I will press the seam towards the fabric, the main feature print. So when I look at it on the reverse, I've got the seams going towards the print there, the feature fabric, and on that side. So you will make 3 rows of 2 pairs, and then to the end of the row, you will add a square of feature print. So you just add that onto there. So you've got 5 squares in the row.
that came together quickly, Jane.
You did. So, and again, I would press that.
With a few borders here and there we have a table runner.
Yeah, absolutely. So, row 1, 3 and 5, start with a square and end with a square.
Okay.
And then we have your second row, rows 2 and 4. You've got your pairs. You're going to sew the pairs together. Again, making sure that your plain is against your feature print. Again, I will press that to the feature fabric. So my seams on this one face that way and that way. And then on the end of this row, you're going to add a 1/4 square triangle block. And again, just make sure that the plain fabric is against your feature fabric. So this is row 2 and 4. So they start with a 1/4 square triangle at the beginning and end with a 1/4 square triangle block.
Oh, Sue says, sorry Gemma, that was me with the advent calendar. Honestly, it's absolutely fine. I'm leaving them there till 12 noon because I just want to give you a very, very, very last chance ever.
Yeah, we don't want you to be...
Don't apologise.
No.
I'm glad you're taking the opportunity there.
We don't want you to miss out because you'll be disappointed. Just saying.
Exactly.
Because I know what some of the things are.
Oh,
Seeded them.
no.
So, you'll have 3 of row 1, 3 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Starts with a plain feature print, ends with a feature print.
Yeah.
Then you'll have 2 rows of 2 and 4, row 2 and 4. Starts with a 1/4 square triangle block, ends with a 1/4 square triangle block.
Right.
You will sew row 1 and 2 together. I'm going to move these out the way.
Yeah.
Just for a second.
I went to take those then and they were gone. Speedy.
Rows 1 and 2 you will sew together. Now, because you've pressed your fabric towards your feature print, when you come and sew these together, you can lock your seams.
Nice.
You'll have that seam going that way and that seam going that way. And again, that helps with just making sure that everything lines up beautifully. So that's 1 and 2, and you will sew row 1 and 2 together, and you will sew row 3 and 4 together. And then on the bottom of row 3, row 4, you will then add row 5.
Beautiful.
So you will have 2 rows and then 3 rows together.
Oh, wow. Look at
And
that.
then sew row 1 and 2 to the top of row 3. And that gives you your quilt.
Beautiful. This colour on our monitor is looking quite blue. It's not. It's the proper,
Yeah, it's a lovely greeny,
duck-eggy colour.
tealy green colour which
Yeah.
matches this fabric beautifully.
Oh, Jane, that looks fantastic.
But that is how quick it goes together. It's just lovely.
So for those who are asking, you know, what's a really quick quilt to make? This one.
Yeah. And if you've got a metre, you don't have to have a metre of fabric. If you can have 2 half metres and you could alternate
Yeah.
your squares.
Or if you wanted to make a really tiny lap quilt for a child, for example, if you've got
Don't
your
do
half
so
metre
many.
heaven,
Do it there, finish it there.
got your half metre heaven and a bit of extra fabric,
Yeah.
a Dixie or a plain that goes with, then
Yeah.
you could have all sorts of fun with that.
You could
couldn't
make your square a little bit smaller. And just remember the formula for your 1/4 square triangle is whatever size this square is finished, because obviously you'll have your 1/2 inch on here for your seam allowance, whatever size it is finished, you add 1 1/4 to your 1/4 square triangle.
But it's all in your instructions and they're available in printed format now. The digital will go live as soon as we can. I've sent several messages about the printer. We think we can get it all sorted.
Good job.
Which is great. As soon as we have, you'll know about it because you'll start to see digital patterns come up, bam, 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 everywhere. We're going to get those up as soon as we can because we know you love them.
Yes.
It's important to us. So as soon as we're able, we will. Jane, this has been lovely.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed this
Nice,
one.
quick quilt.
My cousin had a baby the other day.
Oh,
I
you
know.
could make one like
Just
this.
thinking a little, I can,
Yeah,
a three-
literally 3 by
Yeah.
3.
And I'm not quilt would be lovely, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
add a border to it if you wanted to.
Nice playmat size as well.
Yeah,
Lovely.
super.
Great stuff.
Super
Thank you
duper.
so much.
You're very welcome.
Natasha is on holiday with the children. So you might see her pop stuff on social media.
Yes,
You might not. We've told her to have a rest.
we've
have some
tried
nice
to
time with
because
the
she has
kids.
been mega busy trying to get this warehouse moved over.
Well, and manually moving things as
Yes,
well.
yeah,
Lots of lifting and such.
yeah.
So we are here. We're at the end of the emails if you need us, info at
Yes.
natashamakes.com. If you are waiting to see whether your order's been dispatched, you can log into your account at any time and have a little peep, but you will get emails through as well that tell you. Sometimes we might send most of an order with an item to follow. That probably means that we haven't currently located it because it's still getting unpacked in a
Still
box.
can't find everything.
So if you do get your order in 2 lots, then that's what that's about. So if you have got a question in your head where a parcel arrives and you think, there was something else with this, just log into your account and have a look, or check your emails because it might say, 9 items of 10 fulfilled, 1 remaining to be dispatched.
Yeah.
That just means we've got to find that item, get it packed and send it to you separately.
We're very aware that we're quite behind with the orders, so
Yeah.
we're trying to get as much out to you as we
Yes.
can. And if that means not being able to send you 1 item, we'd rather do that
Yeah.
and then find that item and get it to you afterwards. Because I know that some of you have been waiting a while, and we're very grateful for your patience. We really are.
But this week has gone crazy. You've been super busy.
Yes.
Jane has been packing lady extraordinaire, so a lot of orders have gone out. I know because I could barely get in my car.
Packed her in a car and I went, can you get that one in as well? And she was just like,
I went, can I get myself in?
Can't get myself in. I was like, just get in, I'll shut the door.
All good fun. So yes, thank you to Sam from the post office who also came and lugged everything in for me.
Oh, bless her.
But yes, we are much more up to date now with our orders, and exciting times. We'll start to find the last few bits.
Yeah.
Just
Thank you
bear
so
with us.
much for
Yeah.
bearing with us. We are really grateful. We really are.
we are indeed.
Yeah.
And it's all been worth it because this lovely big studio is great.
It is. It's going to be when we've finally got everything where we need it to be.
Yeah,
It'll be
we're
lovely.
not far off.
And we're getting there.
really
We are.
not far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
Brilliant.
lovely. It's a lovely space to work in.
But yes, keep your eyes peeled then tonight for the half metre heavens. They go live at midnight or 11:59 for those who are in the know and a little bit wise. Keep your eye out for those. Tomorrow, shop. Get those while you can because it's Tula. And I can't promise anything on the Tula front
No.
because it'll be well loved, I'm sure. Karen's already, admitted.
Yes.
She's had a
She
little delve in
succumbed.
for a dress.
She succumbed to
A
it.
dress or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But they are fabulous fabrics. They really, really are. Friday, keep your eyes peeled for SJ's newsletter. If you don't get the newsletter, make sure you subscribe and then you can get it. It tells you all the deals and sometimes special purchases we have as well. This brooch was one of them, wasn't it? The other week we had them on pre-order. So those have all been flying out in the post. You've got those on their way to you. We also then, next week, have shows again.
Yes.
It all goes round again, Jane.
Yeah.
Natasha will be with you on Monday and Tuesday, and Jane will be back with you with me on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m.
Right. Yep, we'll be there.
Better get cracking, Jane. We've got parcels to pack
We have.
and post offices
Get on with
to
it.
visit. Indeed. Thank you for joining us. Do make the most of today's deals and offers, and we will see you very soon. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.